Warning! Warning! This podcast is not for the easily offended. We are two guys that think everything and anything can or is a joke.
There is no limits to what our minds may come up with. But understand, these thoughts are all in the nature of comedy, and nothing said here should be taken as gospel. Neither of us are Jesus.
Our testosterone is just too damn high, man. Fuck yeah, brother! Anyway, welcome to the show. Prepare to witness a hurricane of humor and thunderous thoughts as we take conversations on a whirlwind to the limits. Hell yeah, brother.
I don't care about humor. Sam, without humor, there's only Hitler.
Do you think that Tarzan was a virgin whenever he met Jane, or was he clapping monkey ass before that?
AIDS. My last name may be Todd, but I'm no retard.
Whoa.
You look like a guy that only watches Simpsons porn. You're a fucking homosexual.
Free to homie Sean Connery, dude. He didn't do nothing wrong.
From his grave. Give me a Ouija board. Let's talk about bitches, Sean.
Hanging out with me is like a ride on the Titanic. You didn't expect it, but you're getting wet. If I'm in Bangkok and get fooled, but I don't hate it, am I bisexual?
What if I texted you something like, Daddy, I'll throw it back on you?
If you ever text me the words daddy, I will block you.
Of course the conspiracies about the Jews are real. Because their holy land is called
Israel.
and treated like a Twizzler and twist her up in Naked Twister.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna go to clapcleats.com. Promo code Hurricane of Thoughts. That's Thoughts, T-H-O-T-S.
What's good, Hurricane homies? Back on another wonderful Wednesday. It's your boy, the Juggernaut Jester Josh. Back for another episode of the Jester Journals 18. We are officially barely legal here. Jester Journals is barely legal. Come take a peek. Hey. Okay, so let's just get fucking right into it. Skip bop a doop do it. You know what I mean? So, an 81-year-old man has been arrested. Now, I don't know if you're like me, but when I hear an 81-year-old man has been arrested, I think it's for 5 to 7 things. Murder. Rape from a while back. Robbery. Fraud. And that's about it. That's all I can think of when you tell me an 81-year-old man has been arrested. I can't help but think that in order for somebody being at 81 to get arrested, they got to be doing maybe drunk driving. Maybe drunk driving, it's if there's like their 10th one. You know what I mean? But no, this guy, this fucking absolute legend of a hero, okay? This 81-year-old legend has been arrested for terrorizing his neighborhood with a slingshot. Now, your thought may be what my thought is. How much damage does an 81-year-old man have to do with a slingshot to get arrested? Well, the answer is a lot. And then you might be asking yourself, well, how did he get that much damage done? He's 81 with a slingshot. Well, it's because, remember when we went back to my original question? What does an 81-year-old have to do to get arrested? Well, for 9 years, they didn't do it. But on the 10th year, after a decade of slingshot shenanigans, he had to be taken in. The cops could no longer sit by while this senile senior was slingshotting shit all over the town. Okay? So, this guy's just casually strolling down the street every day with a slingshot, bink, off people's windows, bink, shooting it at their dogs and shit, bink, shooting it at kids. You know what I mean? Okay? So, that's that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck. So this dude, for a decade, for double-digit years, 365 days. 10 times. He was out there shooting pebbles and rocks and shit. And then finally something had to be done. Because after 10 years, he's getting brazen. He started this when he was 71. He was 71, slingshotting shit around. Okay? Now he's 81. It's like, I'm untouchable. Nobody said nothing for 9 years. His mistake? Almost hitting a kid. Almost hit a kid. Sorry, chat. Something important, kind of. Hold on. All right. But anyway, so for a decade, this devilish, deviant of a geezer was just out here. Like, imagine living in that neighborhood, right? You're living in the neighborhood. You're just strolling down the street and you're like, fuck. There he is. Well, no, we got to go the other way or we got to go inside because God forbid, dude. What do you get out of a slingshot? Like, what is this old guy getting out of slingshot and shit? Just walking down the street, like, fuck that mailbox. Fuck that guy's window. What is that? He's got to be a war veteran or something. Slingshot? I mean, I guess a slingshot, it's got to be calculated, right? Because you choose a slingshot because, like, it's not really a weapon. We give it to, like, 5-year-olds and shit. And we're like, please don't kill birds or whatever. So it's not really truly a weapon. But it can do some damage. So, I mean, it's the perfect weapon if you want to get away with terrorizing the neighborhood for a decade. Because you're the 911 operator. Yes, my name's Carol. I live on 555 Street, okay? And, there's this old guy going around with a fucking slingshot just destroying the neighborhood. You guys have to come do something. The 911 operator's like, an old guy with a slingshot? Oh, another fucking Karen. Yes, ma'am. Police will be right out there. Hangs up. Hits the police up. And just letting you know, we got a 553. You know, we got a Karen reporting a geezer with a slingshot. You know? And then the cops just roll up and they're like, come on. Come on, Steve. Come on, slingshot Steve. We can't be doing this no more, bro. I don't want to have to take you in. So he's like, all right, I'm done. Now this happens for 10 years. Unreal. Engine 5. They're woke now. You cannot make a game in Unreal Engine 5 without using inclusive language. Read that news title today. Didn't read the article, so not going to talk much more about it, but that was the title. Okay? In Ohio, man. That's right, chat. Ohio. You may know Ohio as the home of the Browns. You may know Ohio as the home of Dave Chappelle. You may know Ohio as the laughingstock of the Eastern Seaboard. But this guy's here to prove a bunch of things wrong. He's here to prove that people from Ohio aren't dumb. He's here to prove that the industry of submersibles to view the Titanic isn't lost. And he's here to prove to you that America is America. Where if one set of people die, you go, yeah, but I won't die. Because I'm better than him. That's America. Okay? And this guy in Ohio is assembling a voyage in a submersible to go down and view the Titanic to prove that the Ocean Gate catastrophe was just a one-off thing by a bunch of goofies. He's here to prove that you can go see the Titanic. He's here to prove that Ohio isn't a retarded state. He's here to make a story so I can update you on my new and improved version of my Titanic joke. Okay? So, yeah, I'm big. So what? The Titanic was big. Everybody still got wet. You know what I'm saying? And I go down. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. He added a tag. Oh, shit, chat. So this goofball really wants to go down there. This guy really wants to go down there in a submersible after fucking 6 people exploded and took the world by storm. You're a goofy guy, bro. Now the thing is I do believe that you probably could make a submersible to go see the Titanic. But 2 things. 1, it probably cost way too much to guarantee safety. Number 2, who the fuck wants to go see it? Who wants to go see it? Why do they want to go see it? Because of a movie? Because of a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? Get over it! It might as well be fiction. God. What is that? That was wild. All three of my neighbors have dogs, and all 3 dogs are going crazy right now. What's going on out there? What's going on? Now all 3 of them stopped. Is there some rascal out there with a dog whistle? Is there some saber-rattling warhawk doing some dog whistling? What's going on, dude? It's wild behavior out here. We've got 81-year-old seniors slingshotting neighborhoods. Okay? We've got an Ohio man planning to go view the Titanic in a fucking bubble submarine thing. Again. And then, like... what is going on out there? Chad, I don't think you guys can hear it, but I can hear it. And it's driving me batshit. But anyway. Okay. So. Japan. Chat. We all know Japan. 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 Nuke 'em twice if you can. We did. Hey. Japan. Forgive us, please. You know what I mean? I think it's a pretty good trade. I think it's a pretty good trade. We drop 2 bombs on them. They get anime and Godzilla. It's good. We protect them from the big bad Chinese. Hey. They came up with anime. Hey, because they had to express themselves in crazy ways. Hey. Maybe some radiation melted their creative part of their brain. Hey. And then, because the nukes, they came up with Godzilla. Godzilla! You know what I mean? And that's because nukes. What does Godzilla have? Nuclear energy. Shout out. Let's go. So, I don't know. This is not what I wanted to be doing. Dropping nukes is horrible. Never do it. Ever. We are assholes. But Godzilla and anime is fire. I don't watch anime, but I did watch the new Godzilla movie. Pretty good. And all my friends like anime, so pretty good. So, like, if you're telling me I could go back in time and stop the nukes, but no anime, no Godzilla, no Pokemon. Oh, yeah, no, we had to drop the nukes. Nukes had to be done. It's over. It's over. If you're telling me that the nukes directly led to Pokemon, sorry, Japan, I don't take it back. I feel bad, but Pokemon, right? Right? You know what I'm saying? So hit him with the bang. Oh. Hit him with the bang, bang, bang. bang, bang. Yeah. All right. Oh, that's not even what I want to talk about. Got distracted by nukes. Okay, so we all know Japan. It's a great little island, formerly where samurais used to be. Now it's where technology and robots are, and nuclear-powered lizards, and pocket creatures, and chat. I'll be right back, chat. Hold on.
Warning! Warning! This podcast is not for the easily offended. We are two guys that think everything and anything can or is a joke.
There is no limits to what our minds may come up with. But understand, these thoughts are all in the nature of conflict, and nothing said here should be taken as gospel. Neither of us are Jesus.
Our testosterone is just too damn high, man. Fuck yeah, brother! Anyway, welcome to the show. Prepare to witness a hurricane of humor and thunderous thoughts as we take conversations on a whirlwind to the limits. Hell yeah, brother.
I don't care about humor. Sam, without humor, there's only Hitler.
Do you think that Tarzan was a virgin whenever he met Jane, or was he clapping monkey ass before that?
AIDS. My last name may be Todd, but I'm no retard.
Whoa.
You look like a guy that only watches Simpsons porn. You're a fucking homosexual.
You know me, Sean Connery, dude. He didn't do
Dude,
nothing wrong.
from his grave. Give me a Ouija board. Let's talk about bitches, Sean. Hanging out with me is like a ride on the Titanic. You didn't expect it, but you're getting wet. If I'm in Bangkok and get fooled, but I don't hate it, am I bisexual?
What if I texted you something like, Daddy, I'll throw it back on you?
If you ever text me the words daddy, I will block you. Of course the conspiracies about the Jews are real, because their holy land is called
Israel.
and treat her like a Twizzler and twist her up and naked twister.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna go to clap cleats, dog.
Sorry about that, chat. Had to take care of some business. Alright, where was I? Dropping nukes on Japan? Oh, wait, no. I wasn't there. That was Lyndon B. No. That was not Lyndon B. That was... Who dropping nukes? It was Lyndon B, right? Who dropped the nukes? Yeah, no, I know. Oh my God. What president dropped the nukes? You fucking assholes. Truman. I should have known that. Fuck. Okay, but anyway. So, speaking of Japan, we all know about Japan. Island formerly a home of samurais and sushi makers. Original sushi makers. Islandese. Are they islanders? Do they consider themselves Asians? Are they Asian islanders? I mean, they don't even call themselves Japan. So like their name is like Ichiwaka Chikawaka. But like we call them Japan. So anyway, we're getting bogged down on details that don't matter. Sorry, chat, I'm a little bit flustered. It's not every day somebody's knocking on my door in the middle of the podcast. So I'm a little bit flustered. Bring it back. Japan hates nature. They've gone so far into the technological age that they hate nature. Case in point, they constructed a 500-yard black netting fence, so people could no longer see Mount Fuji in the background. You know, their only cool mountain. So everybody wants to take pictures of Mount Fuji. And the people that live in the area are complaining that there's too many people looking at the mountain and taking pictures of the mountain. You know what I mean? Hey, it's a small fucking island. The mountain can be seen from a lot of places. Get over it, dude. You know what I mean? Like, that'd be like if you moved into a house near the Grand Canyon and you were like, I'm sick of all these tourists coming in trying to take pictures of Grand Canyon near my backyard. You chose to live there, goofball. Okay? Actually, I don't care. But it is funny to think about that they hate nature so much. They want you to go look at their giant moving robot Gangnam robot? Gangnam style robot. I don't know. Do they have a robot that does the Gangnam style? And if not, we need to make this happen. Let's get Psy from fucking South Korea, convert his ass to Japanesey. You know what I mean? Easy peasy Japanesey, even though they won't let him, because Japanese are one of the most racist against Asians. As an Asian, which is why I truly believe that they want to be known as Islanders. And me and Sam had this whole debate one day where Sam's telling me, he's like, Japan is Asian, and I'm like, dude, the Philippines is just as close to China as a motherfucking goddamn Japan, bro, but they're considered Islanders. So I don't know why we can't call Japanese Islanders. And I think they hate Korea and China so much, I'm sure they'd want to be considered Islanders, not mainlanders. Ain't that wild that they call it the mainland just because it's bigger? What if your area is cooler? What if I like your area better? What if I think your land is the mainland and the other land is a wasteland? But no, you just have an island, which is just island. Island is one of those words in the English language where you're just like, no, I see where they came up with that. No, I definitely get that. No, that makes sense. So, the fuck was I talking about? Oh, fucking Japanese built a fucking net so you couldn't see a mountain. But they built a fucking 80-foot moving robot and they implore people to come look at it. So do you hate nature? Okay. Oh, here's another little funny little ditty for you. I said ditty, oh God! I don't know, I've ruined the algorithm. I've ruined it. But here's another tidbit for you, chat. Oh, my eyes are crusty. I got crusty ass eyes. Alright. So, in Mexico, we know there's a lot of cartel gang wars, and, you know, at the border there's a bunch of wars going on right now with immigration, and, you know, the drug warlords be warring down there, but Mexico is no stranger to turf wars. But this is a turf war that I would pay to see a TV show about. So reports came out of Mexico City about a mariachi band and a street fire breather getting into an altercation. A turf war over tips, if you may. And what happened is, some people caught on video, the fire breathers started breathing fire at the mariachi band, who then turned into bullfighters, dodging the bull flames. Okay? And so you have on a Mexico street a mariachi band now using their ponchos and instruments as weapons and matador cloaks, and you have a single fire breather spitting fire all over who's going to get the tips that were dropped. I would pay to have a TV show made where it's street performers battling. And the thing is that I don't want it to be sanctioned. I want it to be like the movie Condemned with Stone Cold Steve Austin. So if you're not familiar with the movie is this. It's essentially a battle royale. The guy goes around the world and gets a bunch of criminals sentenced to death in prisons all around the world. Okay? And then he brings them to an island, releases them, and has cameras all over the island and then films them, and he says the last person alive gets their freedom. So you have an island of like fucking 20 super violent criminals on an island getting care dropped every once in a while, stuff to make it interesting, and people are watching it online. Okay? That's what I want, but with street performers. Like, you can surrender or you die. That's it. You surrender or die. Okay? So like in my world, instead of just on the street of Mexico, this mariachi band and this fire breather would be on an island beach somewhere, duking it out Mortal Kombat style with only the things that they would use to street perform. What a fucking show that would be. That'd be the best show I'd ever seen. Now, sure, a bunch of people are gonna die. But people die anyway, you know what I mean? Look, what about that movie with Alec Baldwin? You know what I mean? People be dying for fucking entertainment anyway. So, why can't we do it? Why? Because the mariachi band or the fire breather can just say, I surrender. If death seems imminent, they can just say, I surrender. It's over. Nobody has to die. But you have to make it fight to the death or surrender because you want them to surrender or die. Okay, you need the stakes to be high. And also, it's fight to the death for legal purposes, just because if somebody accidentally does die, well, it was part of the game, so you can't sue me. You knew what you were getting into. Now, if I made it, we're like, oh, it's only surrender only. And then somebody surrenders, but then the guy fucking, loses balance or something and crushes him with a goddamn anvil or whatever. I don't know. Maybe there's a Looney Tunes street performer. I don't know. But I'm just trying not to get sued, but I want to be entertained as hell. You could do it. Alec Baldwin got a slap on the wrist. 100%, dude. They're still releasing the movie. It comes out soon, actually. Which is wild behavior. Wild stuff. Wild West. But yeah, dude, so I don't just want to see regular fire breathers and regular mariachi people duking it out on the streets of Mexico. I want to make a battle royale of street performers. So you've got the people that stand there like statues. I have no idea what they're going to do. I hope you know martial arts, bud. You know what I mean? But if there's a martial arts statue guy, I mean, you guys are in for a world of hurt. There's those dudes who fucking draw those things on the sidewalk. You draw those things on the sidewalk where it looks like there's a giant hole in the sidewalk. That dude could do some Bugs Bunny shit in my TV show. He could definitely do some Bugs Bunny shit. Hurry up and draw a fucking like a moat in between you, so the person it's like, I can't get to you because there's a moat, but there actually ain't no moat. You know what I'm saying? Bruce Lee kid died on the set of The Crow. Exactly, bro. So if these people know what they're getting into, bro, here's my question, okay? The show Big Brother, the show Amazing Race, the show Survivor. Is it the show's fault if, on Survivor, they're on an island, if the dude accidentally gets stung by a scorpion, okay, and he dies, is Survivor canceled forever? Probably not. He signed it. He signed an agreement. He knew there was risk. They were on an island, okay? What if the guy signs the agreement, goes to an island, turns out he's deathly allergic to a plant that only turns up on that island and surrounding areas. Nobody knew he was allergic to it. Fucking swells up and dies before paramedics can get there. Well, The Amazing Race. A lot of times they had to get into taxis and they had to get on airplanes and little biplanes and stuff. If one of those airplanes would have crashed or a taxi got into a car accident or something, is it the show's fault? No! This is my show. My show is basically Survivor and The Amazing Race and the movie The Condemned with Stone Cold Steve Austin put together, but with street performers. What other street performers are there? There's the people that do, the robots. Oh, yeah, the robot dudes, okay? Then the mariachi bands. Then, what other street performers? Types of street performers. Jugglers, dancers, mimes, clowns, artists, magicians, musicians, puppeteers, acrobats, tumblers, storytellers, and living statues. sword swallowers, fire eaters, escape artists, rope walkers, contortionists. Prostitution is a kind of street performing. Yeah, performing your right to be goddamn American. Prostitution is older than America is. That's what don't make no sense why we outlaw something that existed before us. Wow. Wow, West. So in this scenario, jugglers, acrobats, and magicians, no sword swallowers. Sword swallowers are winning all day. They have a sword on them. See, I was going to say jugglers or magicians, because jugglers, like whatever you can juggle, can be a part of your street performing act, so you can take it to the island to battle. And magicians, just as long as you can do a magic trick with it, you can take whatever you want to the island. But sword swallowers already have round one of the tournament. Sword swallowers versus balloonist. Who wins in round one of this tournament, chat? Does the one-legged guy with a street dog count? Not unless the dog's doing tricks. It has to be a trained dog. And then the dog is involved in the competition, not the human. But let's do this like a bracket system, right? Let's just do round one. Sword swallower versus balloonist. I mean, it's going to be a tough fight. I'm not going to lie to you, okay? It's going to be a tough fight because both of them effectively have swords, okay? The sword swallower has real swords, but not sharp swords, remember, because they're swallowing them. You don't want to cut up the assault. You know what I mean? So you got dull swords and then balloon swords. Okay, but the balloonist can also make like a chain of balloons and strangle you with it if you don't get them with a stabby stab. Nah, but a sword swallower is probably coming out on top. Round two, clowns versus magicians. I'm going magician. I'm going magician over clown. Dancer versus mime. Well, technically, if you ask me, mimes are just dancing in a different dimension. That's what I think mimes are. Like, dancers dance in this dimension, mimes dance in a different dimension. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go with mimes because they're dimensional traversal. Artist versus a tumbler. I'm just going to go with tumbler because they're acrobatic. Puppeteer versus living statue. I bet clowns have killed more people than magicians. Huh. Wasn't John Wayne Gacy a magic clown? Like he's a clown that did magic? Okay, so living statue versus a puppeteer. Okay. A puppeteer versus a living statue. The puppeteer is going to win because he can strangle you. A contortionist versus an escape artist. I don't know the difference. A rope walker versus a fire eater. So it's basically somebody who spits fire versus a guy with a rope. Of the Penos. Oh, okay. Okay, people play penis puppets? Bro, what the fuck? Dude, I've never even heard of that. People do penis puppets? That's gross. Nah, bro, don't fight them. Don't fight them. They don't count, bro. I'm not getting a penis puppeteer on my fucking island of Battle Royale, dude. Nah, dude. That's crazy. That shit ain't Christian. Oh. All right, Neil. Neil, side question. You could magically, with the wave of a hand, be talented at any of these things. Which one would you choose? So out of any of these things, just a wave of your fist, you'd be talented at it. Would you rather be a dancer, a mime, an artist, a magician, a musician, a puppeteer, a juggler, an acrobat, a tumbler, storyteller, living statue, sword swallower, balloonist, fortune teller, contortionist, rope walker, fire eater? What would you be? I'd probably be a musician. That one's like not even fair. Take musician out. So all the other ones are like way less credit than being a music artist. Fire eater to spit that hot fire. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I feel like acrobats would be sick. A fat acrobatic, dude? An acrobatic? An acrofat shit? You know what I mean? I'm just an acrofat shit. A fat acrobat would be nuts. Nuts. People lose their mind when videos of people my size do a cartwheel. Imagine if I could do parkour shit. That'd be nuts. Nuts. Alright. That's enough of that. That's enough of that. I think I bled that one dry. Alright. So, to anybody that was out there worried that, you know, religion's been taking a big hit recently. You know, the Jews out here making Abrahamic religions look bad. The Muslims not, you know, they've never really advertised too well. The Christians are just talk shit about it here in America. They're the only ones you're allowed to talk shit about because they're mostly white. Well, the people in power are white. You know what I'm saying. Not pulling a Devin Coomer and saying that there's no such thing as a black Christian. That's ridiculous. And he said that in high school, and I didn't agree with it then. Don't agree with it now. Okay? So, what the fuck? Oh. To anybody that was worried about the direction of organized religion, well, I'm here to tell you, we're back on track, baby. The Pope is fire. Because he just accredited God's influencer. That's right, look it up. God's influencer. Just accredited him a second miracle. A second miracle, I tell you. So now with a second miracle and dedicating his life to spreading the word of God, he has been given sainthood. There's a new saint, chat. There's Peter, there's Paul, there's Saint Germain, and now there's God's influencers, the saint of God's influence. Okay? Now this kid, it's funny, his nickname is God's influencer, but he himself died in 2006 before social media was big. So, I don't know. And then, when you hear about these two miracles, they're regular ass miracles, chat. He sent a video to a couple people that were like on death's door in the hospital. You know what I mean? Death's door. And he sent them get well soon cards, and they ended up surviving longer than he did. And now one of them's made a full recovery, and the Pope's like, well, that's another miracle. Now I can do saint shit. I can make a saint. Now my name will be ever in the books as a guy who made a saint. This Pope said it's cool to be gay, and now says the internet is a religious realm. So, fuck yeah, there's a new saint. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, this dude's fucking bonkers, dude. So he attributed this kid a second miracle because some dude through no help but the power of a video. It doesn't matter that this guy went through 10 years of treatment. It doesn't matter that this guy has hundreds of thousands of dollars in medical bills, because this kid performed the miracle of saving him. Well, goddamn. I'll be a fucking shitting brick of uncles. You know what I mean? Because I knew we needed a saint to turn things around. We needed a new saint. Exactly, dude. This Pope is the Bud Light of Christianity and Catholicism and Abrahamic religions. What Bud Light did, sure, they wanted to go out and reach a new audience. But what they did in trying to reach that new audience, that was never going to come to them, by the way, they alienated their entire audience and lost a shit ton of fucking customers and money. And that's exactly what this Pope is doing, and that's why he's stepping down. Isn't it cool that he's going to announce a saint and then he's going to step down soon? That's super cool of him, huh? So, you know, and in a time when Abrahamic religions are on the precipice of fulfilling prophecy, and the Temple Mount is just begging to be built up and prophesized, you know, and you know what they're doing in Rafa right now, kind of sketchy. And if you just like, you know, like if you just take and fast forward a little bit, you know, like if I was like, check. We've all seen Avengers, right? Do you remember the scene where Doctor Strange just sits there like this? And his eyes are twitching and his head's doing this? And then he goes, I went through 300 million options and this is the only one where we win. That's what I do with scenarios. That's what I do with scenarios. So let's just say that I don't know. There's 300 million outcomes possible. But I could see an outcome in my Doctor Strange shit. I could see an outcome where Israel's like, okay, the world's turned on us. We're not going to quit doing what we're doing. They've proven it over the last 24 hours. And if we're just going to get called genocidal maniacs, we might as well just fulfill the prophecy and get all these fuckers raptured so they can be our slaves. They could, listen, 300 million options. It's only 1 out of 300 million % chance it could happen. But it could happen. The world could turn on Israel, which they are. And the United States could have to back off, which we will. And then Israel could be like, well, fuck you, because we're convicted in our souls that this prophecy is real, which they do believe it. And they might just go full force, well, fuck it. Let's fulfill the prophecy. Temple mounted up. Let's go. So, you know, figure that out, dude. But that's all I'm going to say on the subject. Ugh. If it wasn't for the Pope. Oh, but what I was meaning is, back to the Pope shit. Abrahamic religions are not in the most goodness of gracious in the world right now, because one of the main Abrahamic religions, possibly the most powerful and the most strict and the most rude, they're just like not putting out good vibes. You know what I mean? They're like not putting out like good vibes over in the Middle East right now. So like it's like kind of like tainting like the whole vibe feng shui of all the Abrahamic religions. So like there's like even backlash, dude, in all of Catholicism on Christianity. It's like wild. Listening to young kids talk is so interesting. I don't want to say the younger generation is stupid, because I don't believe that. I do believe that they think they're smarter than they are, though. Is that fair to say? I don't think they're stupid, but I think they think they're a lot smarter than they are. I think that's fair to say. So with that being said, it's hilarious to hear them talk about things that, like, especially things that have been around for a long time, that, like, my parents learned about, that I learned about, that's still being taught. And then they watch a 3-minute video on TikTok, and now they walk around all day being like, no, I know the truth. Now, I don't want to say they're dumb, but the fact they watched that video and like, no, I agree with that video, so that makes me smart and everybody else dumb, that's the thing. That's the thing. So, anyway, so I'm probably going to become a saint. I've predicted 2 things in my life already. And if I just start spreading the word of God and delete all my social media up to this point. Chat, this might be the last episode of Hurricane of Thoughts as you know it. It might be a hurricane of prayers next week, so just stay tuned. And I might just go full like, we're gathered here today to understand that the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit is not the center of the universe, but the universe itself. And that should be worshipped because it is all the good. It is all the good. God is all the good. His Father, His Son, and His ghost of Himself. It's all good. But it's also bad. It's also the bad. But you can't have good without the bad. You can't have you can't have day without night. You can't have light without dark. You can't have sound without silence. And by God, you can't have a happy life without Jesus in your heart. I am Jesus loving Josh, and I'm here to spread the word. Bro, chat, I'd be fucking captivating if I just knew some shit to say. John 3:16, Psalms 9:11, or whatever, Psalms 9:13. If I just knew, if I fucking knew shit, oh, I'd fucking knock your socks off, chat. Oh, dude, if I fucking knew some shit, dude. So, my question is it technically the Holy Father, the Holy Son, and the Holy Spirit? Or has it always been the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit? Because I guess my question would be is why is the Spirit the only one of the 3 that's holy? And if they're all the same person, I don't get it. Anyway, off of religion. That's crazy. Anyway, I'm going to be a saint. Ooh, the aspect of God within all of us? That's hot. Yeah, no, cool. But you understand that, like, to me, that doesn't make sense, okay? So Jesus is God in human form, okay? Well, that's just God being a shapeshifter, right? And then if God's also in all of us, then that's also still just Him, right? So all 3 things are just Him. They call it the Holy Trinity, but really it's just one guy, one fella, who did a little shape-shifting. He was like, let me see what it's like to be a human for a day. You know what I mean? He possessed some random human named Jesus, fucking banging that dude's wife. You know what I mean? Unbelievable. God, dude. Flooded the planet. Talk about making it wet. Dude, God's out here. God's a horn dog, dude. God impregnated another man's wife. It's against his own rules. He made 10 rules. He broke one of his own rules. Then you know what he did? Made the whole world wet because he's a deviant. God's a deviant. The Hebrew God? No, it's all one God, dog. We're not splitting it up. It's one God. There ain't two gods. One God. One God. One God split himself into three different things and also flooded the thing. Here on Hurricane Thoughts, that's what it is, dude. You know what I mean? He fucked that dude's wife, right? He fucked that dude's wife, which is against his own rules. And then he got a burning bush, which is an STD, okay? And then he got mad about it. And he was like, oh, I gotta wash away my own sins. So he flooded the world. That's what he did, bruh. Can't tell me different. Oh, that's funny, actually. Yeah, burning bush from fucking that dude's wife. Alright. Well, let me get going on here. Get one more story. So, there's a bunch of TikTok videos going around about... There's all these conspiracy podcasts and TikTok channels and YouTube channels now where, I don't know if people know this, but this is what's funny about the conspiracy community, is like, there'll be, like, no offense, Sam Tripoli, I listen to a lot of your content, I don't hate you, as a matter of fact, I like a lot of your stuff, and I agree with you on some things, but you have 778 episodes of a conspiracy podcast, and you believe everything that's ever been said on any of them. Okay? Here's the problem with that. Is if you're making money from talking about conspiracies, people don't want to listen to you talk about the same 5 conspiracies that are probably true over and over and over again. So you have to have new stuff to talk about every single week or every single day or every single video that you post. So no matter what, at some point, you will be reaching for straws and making shit up. Which is what happens. Okay? So one of the ones that's going absolutely batshit crazy right now is apparently in China, a lot of buildings, there's videos of buildings getting blue tarp, like sealant tarp, put on the roof. Okay? So, now I don't know if you guys remember the conspiracy that these fucking lunatics made up. They're like, Oprah Winfrey and the military used a space laser to burn some of Hawaii so she could have more land and the government could take the land, which Oprah doesn't have more land. So, like, no follow-up on that? You guys only follow up on the things you're right about? Okay, good job, fucking idiots. Okay? But they can't double down and be like, oh, they just still have to double down on the blue roof thing. They were like, we weren't wrong about the laser, though. Maybe it wasn't Oprah, but somebody did it. And check this out. China knows something, man. China knows something. Check out this. This is 3 years ago. This is today. And then, like, you look at the picture and it's a bunch of buildings. And, like, 9 of them now have blue stuff on the roof. It's like China knows something and they're not telling us. When in reality, it's just cheap blue sealant paper because the buildings in China are made shittily and leak constantly. And this rubber, like, pool stuff. Oh! You know that company that makes the blue pools that are in every suburban backyard? What did that company know? All those 20 years ago, did they know? Well, we don't want our pools to get burnt up by fucking lasers. You fucking goofies. Okay? Man, you want to come out here and be like, China knows. That's why they're protecting their buildings. They're protecting the buildings falling apart? So you mean to tell me the U.S. government and the military would spend hundreds of billions of dollars on a super advanced laser that somehow they got into outer space without any of us knowing, because some of us don't even believe space exists, Sam. It's Tripoli, okay? So you don't even believe space exists, but somehow they got this thing up there that shoots a fucking laser, and its weakness is blue? Like the U.S. government made a fucking thing that would be beaten by the Smurfs? So just a coat of paint. The U.S. government spent $100 billion on a technology that can be defeated by paint? You're dumb. You're so dumb.
It's so annoying.
Oh my god, dude, conspiracy theorists are out of control, bro. Like, I'm surprised they haven't started coming up with conspiracy theories about fucking like the changing the leaves. Did you know that 500 years ago the color of the leaves didn't change? The leaves just fell off. But because of the 5G and all the radiation from Nagasaki and Hiroshima, now there's like a molecular change in the soil in the environment all across the world, and now the leaves change during the seasons. Did you know that? Like, they'll start saying shit like that, and then they'll post it, but they'll post it with a bunch of like cut shots, and it'll be a cute girl or a handsome guy, and he'll be like talking with a real sultry voice, and they'll have this like real intense like dun 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 dun, like in the background where it's like, oh my god, isn't this compelling? You're all fucking goofy, dude. The United States government did not build a laser that's beaten by the color blue. That's stupid. Because I don't know if you know this, they don't need lasers to burn down buildings. We've destroyed cities before. We have nukes. We have napalm. We have your mom's fat ass, you idiot. Now get out of your basement, go upstairs, get some fucking fresh air, and use a couple brain cells to rethink your analysis, you goofy shit stain. So, there's that. And then on top of that, all I got for you is I'm beefing with Wiz Khalifa, apparently. So, my friend at work, we were having a simple conversation. And then randomly, now, by the way, chat, it's one of those days where I was in a really bad mood. And I don't know if you could tell by the conversation I was just having about how conspiracy theorists are pissing me off. Like, that hits me right in my heart because I identified as a conspiracy theorist for a while. But now I can't. Now I'm just me. Because I can't associate with them goofies. Okay? So, you saw a little bit of the anger come out in my eyes, okay? Some of it was performative, some of it was real. I was in a really bad mood, and I just made a statement. Now, for those of you who may not be familiar, I live in the area around Pittsburgh-ish. I could go to Pittsburgh in a day if I wanted. Okay? So, we were talking about something, and I just said, it's wild that Wiz Khalifa is so rich for how talented he is, versus how poor I am for how talented I am. And so, in my brain, in that moment, I was not saying I'm more talented than Wiz Khalifa. That's not what I was saying in my brain at the moment. I was saying the discrepancy of talent versus bank accounts doesn't add up. Okay? And then he took it. Now, I don't know if it's because of the complexion of his skin or because he's a Pittsburgh ride or die rap boy, whatever it is. He took offense and started riding Wiz Khalifa's cack like he's Mia Khalifa. You know what I mean? And comes at me and goes, bruh, you wouldn't be working here if you were as talented as Wiz Khalifa. Which sent me into a fucking tirade in my brain. Because 3 seconds ago, I wasn't comparing myself full-heartedly, like, exact talent for talent to Wiz Khalifa. But since you brought it up and you said, actually, I'm so not even near Wiz Khalifa's level that the fact that I work here is proof of that, it sent me over the edge. So then I went on a 35-minute thing trashing Wiz Khalifa, basically making my case that I am more talented overall. I didn't say in rap, I said overall. Okay? So, then it came down to he kept trying to make these things, and I'm just going crazy. Okay? And now, when I'm actually having a debate with somebody who's not just trying to piss me off and means the words they're saying, aka Sam, my co-host, who can't ever actually be serious. He just wants to say words to throw me off. So I can't really show you how good I am debating on this show. But I don't lose arguments. Sometimes we walk away still disagreeing, but I never walk away being like, oh yeah, I was totally wrong. Okay? And so I just go off, and eventually one of the other people that we work with was like, hey man, just let it go. Josh is not going to lose this. Like, just let it go. You didn't have to say it like that. Like it's all good. So now I'm putting the challenge out. Wiz Khalifa. The challenge has been set for us by my coworker. You make a new song, no producers, no beat maker. You have to produce your own song from scratch, zero help. I will produce a song, which I've never done before, from scratch with zero help. Then you make 5-minute comedy set. Also still no help. I will make a 5-minute comedy set. And we will both perform them somewhere to a live audience and then ask overall who did better. The challenge has been laid, Wiz Khalifa. It's up to you now, sir. See, I've lost respect for Wiz Khalifa ever since he made that song where he was like, I'm a Midwest cowboy. I'm a Pittsburgh N-word. Hey, dog. The Pittsburgh's not in the Midwest. You don't even know geography. So, if we want to get into the whole thing, if we want to get into it, okay, because now I'm getting amped up already thinking about it, okay? First of all, Wiz Khalifa, you're not that good at rap, okay? Compared to other rappers, you're not that good. I'm not saying you're not talented. I'm just saying you're not that good at rap compared to the best, okay? So, your song Black and Yellow, you know, the thing that put you on the map, that got you signed, that got you all this, that got you big, that got you rich, where you could then spend money on all your other adventures that ended up making you money, okay? The song Black and Yellow, not that great lyrically. Only the chorus is hard and you're just saying colors. Oh, blue and green, blue and green, blue and green. Like, shut up, dude. Okay? And then, if it wasn't for the Steelers going to the Super Bowl that year and then making it their fucking theme song during the playoff run, you aren't shit today. Wild how that works, huh? Wild how getting lucky on some timing and then knowing a few people and stuff works out. You know, ain't that crazy? God, dude. If I had the backing or the luck, like, I need to sit down and craft the most perfect Pittsburgh, like, Steelers joke. And when we're on the verge of the playoffs next year, I'm going to drop that shit. And if it don't work for me, well then, by golly, it's got to be because I'm white. Shout out Screwface John, dude. Hey, dude. You actually pissed me off, dude. I do like you as a rapper, but, like, that shit's so crazy that you, like... So if you're white, you can't rap unless you fucking... Like, what do I have to do? Like, if I wanted to be a white rapper, because I'm about to go into beef with Wiz Khalifa and do song for song, I don't want to colonize whatever the fuck you were talking about. So as a white guy, what do I have to do to be allowed to rap in your eyes, Screwface? Do I have to, at the beginning of the song, be like, yo, you know what it is? You know, I'm out here showing mad respect to all the fucking indigenouses, all the motherfucking coloreds, everybody that's not straight, white, and male. I'm showing all respect to all y'all. I'm trash because I'm straight, white, and male. And I shouldn't even be making this song, but I had the feeling and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do. Do I have to do that at the beginning of the song for me to be able to make a fucking rap song, dude? Because by golly, if that's the case, then I want Beyonce to go on her fucking country album and go, yeehaw, I done did Raider Hearst. I done did Raider Hearst through Texas the other day. And by golly gee willikers, I dropped my Gucci bag in a mud poodle and blip, 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 blip. You know what I mean? Shut up, dude. Oh my God, fuck you. That's all, folks. The Jester Journals is over. Whew. All right, set up some fucking games. Bup. Ba-da-ba-da-bup. Ba-da-ba-da-bup. Ba-da-ba-do. I said ba-da-bup. Ba-da-ba-da-bup. Ba-da-da-bup-bup-bup. Ba-da-da-bup-bup. Oh. Really, dude? Oh shit, the audio's not working. Oh, that's great. Okay, well. Oops. Sorry, chat. Enjoy the loading screen. I'll be back.
Warning! Warning! This podcast is not for the easily offended. We are two guys that think everything and anything can or is a joke.
There is no limits to what our minds may come up with. But understand, these thoughts are all in the nature of comedy, and nothing said here should be taken as gospel. Neither of us are Jesus.
Our testosterone is just too damn high, man. Fuck yeah, brother! Anyway, welcome to the show. Prepare to witness a hurricane of humor and thunderous thoughts as we take conversations on a whirlwind to the limits. Hell yeah, brother.
I don't care about humor. Sam, without humor, there's only Hitler.
Do you think that Tarzan was a virgin whenever he met Jane, or was he clapping monkey ass before that?
AIDS. My last name may be Todd, but I'm no retard.
Whoa.
You look like a guy that only watches Simpsons porn. You're a fucking homosexual.
You're gonna be Sean Connery, dude.
Dude, from his grave. Give me a Ouija board. Let's talk about bitches, Sean. Hanging out with me is like a ride on the Titanic. You didn't expect it, but you're getting wet. If I'm in Bangkok and get fooled, but I don't hate it, am I bisexual?
What if I texted you something like, Daddy, I'll throw it back on you?
If you ever text me the words daddy, I will block you. Of course the conspiracies about the Jews are real, because their holy land is called Israel. And treat her like a Twizzler and twist her up in Naked Twister.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna go to clapcleats.com. Promo code Hurricane of Thoughts. That's Thoughts, THOTS. Warning! Warning! This podcast is not for the easily offended. We are two guys that think everything and anything can or is a joke.
There is no limits to what our minds may come up with. But understand, these thoughts are all in the nature of comedy, and nothing said here should be taken as gospel. Neither of us are Jesus.
Our testosterone is just too damn high, man. Fuck yeah, brother! Anyway, welcome to the show. Prepare to witness a hurricane of humor and thunderous thoughts as we take conversations on a whirlwind to the limits. Hell yeah, brother.
I don't care about. Oh God. Well, chat. Well, chat, we're fucked. No games tonight. I got no audio on my Xbox. Okay, well, it's all over. All right, guys. Well, G fucking G's. G fucking G's. Got no audio. All right, well, it is what it is. All right, chat. Well, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. All right, peace out, chat.